Hello and welcome to Karma Kartavyam classes. So this session will have a solution for yet another question. In the last video, we have seen a situation where the stone was horizontally thrown from a tower, and we had to find out the distance and the time taken by the stone to reach the ground. So therefore, in this session, we'll see the question. The question is: a ball is projected. Now, in the previous question, the ball was projected horizontally from the top of the tower. In this question, it is projected from where? From the foot of the tower. Where? From the foot of the tower. And the ball crosses the top of a tower. The ball crosses the top of a tower how many times? Twice, two times. After an interval of how many seconds? 6 seconds. And ball reaches the ground after 12 seconds. Now they're asking us to find out the height of the tower, and the g that you have to take in this question is 10 meter per second square. As I told you in the last session, g value, acceleration due to gravity, the value of g is 9.81 meter per second square, 9.81 meter per second square. But for the calculation purpose, g has to be taken 10 meter per second square, so that calculation becomes easy. Therefore, first, as we are doing in all of the numerical, here also we'll try to understand the problem by a diagram. Now this is my ground, and here we have a tower. Here we have a tower. The height of this tower is not known. Height of the tower h is not known. What's happening here? As in the previous question, in this question also, a gentleman is throwing a ball. He's throwing a ball in upward direction. In which direction? Upward direction. So a ball will travel like this. Ball will travel like this. Let's say the ball is traveling from point A, point A to this point B. Now every item, every object which will go up will come down. So the direction is like this, upwards. So this is the motion in the upward direction. Now it will come down. Let us take another profile. This is B. It will come down, and let this trajectory be, or else let this path be C. So it will go through path A to B, then it will come through path B to C. It will go to path A to B and will come to path B to C. See, this B to B is very small distance, so we will not consider it. We will only consider A to B and B to C only. The path that is being considered is A to B and B to C only. Now, during the motion, what is happening? It is crossing the top of the tower position. How many times? Two times. Let this be ABC. Let this be D point. Let this be crossing. So what is happening here? The ball is going through to A to B, then it's coming back to B to C. While it is taking this path, the ball is crossing the top of the tower twice at point D while going upward, going up, and while coming down at point E, it is crossing the top of the tower. Now what is the time? It is given 6 seconds. In 6 seconds, it crosses the top of the tower twice. That means what? D to B will be 3 seconds. B to E will be also 3 seconds. In 6 seconds, it will cross the top of the tower twice. Now the total time taken by the ball to take the whole path from A to B and then B to C is 12 seconds. How many seconds? 12 seconds. Now 3 seconds are already over from B to D, from D to B, sorry, D to B and B to E, it has taken almost 6 seconds. So remaining, it will be 3 seconds here and 3 seconds here. Why 3 seconds here? Because time taken by the ball to cover the upward length in the upward direction will be same as when it is coming down. That means time taken to ascend means going up, will be equal to time taken to descend, right? Therefore, this should be 6 seconds. Total is 12 takes 12 seconds. So this should be 6 seconds A to B, and B to C also should be 6 seconds because it has to take same time. Already we have given 3 seconds to D to B according to the question and 3 seconds to B to E. The total was 6 seconds. The remaining 6 seconds has to be distributed equally. 3 seconds here, 3 seconds here. So what we know from the question is now if 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 what? If the path taken by the ball, if the path taken by the ball is A to B ascent means going up, and B to C is descend, coming down. The time taken for ascending will be also 6 seconds. It will be 6 seconds, and for descending the time taken will be 6 seconds. Total time is 12 seconds. Total time is 12 seconds. This we know. Now to cover distance, from D to B and B to E will be 3 seconds each. Will be how much? It will be 3 seconds each. It will be 3 seconds each. That means what? That means it will be crossing the top of the tower twice at point D and at point E, and the time take interval is 6 seconds. That is why we had distributed equally. D to B 3 seconds and B to A also 3 seconds. Now in first case, what I'll do, I'll try to find out the initial velocity with which it is thrown. Initial velocity with which ball is thrown. Ball is thrown. The initial velocity the ball is thrown. So what I'll do, I'll apply kinematic equation. Which kinematic equation? I'll apply kinematic equation V is equal to U plus AT. To which path? To path AB. So at point B, what is the initial point? Initial point is A. Initial point is A. The velocity U is not known. It is unknown. We have to find it. And final point is B. What is the velocity here? It is 0 because the ball will stop here, right? So it will be 0 here. At the point B, it will be 0. So applying the values there in the equation, in the kinematic equation, above equation, we'll get what? 0 is equal to initial velocity U, and what will be the acceleration? Minus G into T. So U will be equal to what? U will be equal to 10 into, now what is the time? 6 seconds. 3 plus 3. A to D 3, D to B 3. It will be 6 seconds. So 10 into 6, 60 meter per second. So what I have done, I have found out the initial velocity with which the ball is thrown. That will be how much? 60 meter per second. Now what I have to find out? I have to find out the height of the tower. I have to find out the height of the tower. What I have to find out? I have to find out the height of the tower. Now, if I take path A to D, which path? Path A to D. Now, considering what path? Considering path A to D. Now, while I'm considering path A to D and applying equation, which equation? Kinematic equation, and applying kinematic equation H, or else which equation? S is equal to ut plus half 80 square. I'll apply this equation for path A to D. For path A to D, let S will be equal to how much? The vertical length that is being traveled, that is H, height of the tower. T, A to D, 3 seconds. And A, which is acceleration due to gravity, it will be minus G, that is equal to 10 meter per second, minus 10 meter per second. It will be minus 10 meter per second square. Then yes, every value we have now. What is U? U, we just now we have found out 60 meter per second. Now put those values here. It will be H is equal to 60 into 3 minus half into 10 into 3 square. This get cancelled, so this will be 180 minus 45. H will be equal to 135 meter. What is the height of the tower? 135 meter. So this is the answer that we have got. So we'll be solving many more questions from other topics also. For now, this is it. Thank you, and please like and subscribe the channel for more videos.